Here's everything shown at the PlayStation State of Play. Hello friends, welcome back to Hypergames. My name is Joseph and today on a special edition of PlayStation News we'll recap everything shown at the State of Play plus some additional details from the PlayStation blog. Let's get into it. After being leaked several times, Resident Evil 4 Remake is real and is launching very soon. The remake is being developed to achieve a state-of-the-art quality for a survival horror game suitable for 2023 while preserving the essence of the original game. Just like how the RE2 remake modernized the classic, keeping what was familiar while giving a new spin to several elements. The storyline of the game is being reimagined, keeping the essence of its direction while modernizing graphics and updating control schemes. It still takes place 6 years after the disaster in Raccoon City, and Leon S. Kennedy has to rescue the kidnapped daughter of the US president in an European village. Resident Evil 4 Remake launches for PS5 on March 24, 2023. RE4 Remake was not the only Resident Evil game at the event, since after being rumored for a while, Resident Evil Village is getting PlayStation VR 2 support for the full campaign. It will take advantage of the headset 4K HDR, eye tracking, 3D audio, and the new controllers to represent each hand in world. The control inputs allow you to fire with one hand and use a knife in the other, similar to Resident Evil 4 VR for Oculus Quest 2. There was no info on the release date or price and nothing about that upcoming DLC either. The second chapter for The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is also coming to PlayStation VR 2 and the current PlayStation VR. Chapter 2 Retribution adds a new story campaign, new maps to explore, new weapons, tools and challenges, bringing the same tactile brutality for VR gaming and to wow players in the same way as the first. Retribution launches in late 2022 for the current PSVR and 2023 for PSVR 2. After launching a free VR update for the original No Man's Sky on PS4, Hello Games is getting ready to provide players with full VR immersion into the world of the game. No Man's Sky is being developed for PlayStation VR 2 as the studio takes advantage of the new tech and the power of PS5 to bring the immersion to a new level, using the Sense controllers, all to bring the sense of immersion and believability up by several notches. They will be talking more about it in the coming months and no release date was provided. Horizon Call of the Mountain has you controlling Rias, a former Shadow Karja warrior who hopes to redeem himself by investigating a new threat to the Sundom. As a master of archery and climbing, you will be able to use his skills to explore and survive your fight against the machine. You'll also master the use of various weapons and tools you can craft. Several characters will help Rias in his journey, including new and returning ones, even the savior of Meridian herself, Aloy. As a separate mode, you can relax with the immersive river ride experience, where you take a seat to enjoy the vistas of the world and see the machines up close. The game is developed by Firesprite Studios, it launches for PSVR 2, but there was no release window. We stick with Horizon as Forbidden West gets a new update available now. Patch 1.14 adds New Game Plus and Ultra Hard difficulty if you want to revisit the story or challenge yourself in a new way. A transmog feature now allows changing Aloy's armor to look however you want while retaining the benefits or stat of that specific armor. You can also freely respec any of the skill trees and redistribute the points to focus on a different path of skills if you didn't get all of them, of course. 3 new trophies are part of this update for beating New Game Plus, Ultra Hard difficulty, and collecting all weapons, dice, and face paints in New Game Plus. One that was not in my bingo card or my recent video about PlayStation PC game predictions was Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, including all its DLC, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. The port is being handled by Insomniac and Nixxes Software. They only hinted at a few features like the obvious mouse and keyboard, adjustable render settings, ray trace reflections, and more to be discussed at a later date. PC friends won't have to wait long as Spider-Man Remastered launches this August 12th, while Miles Morales swings into fall 2022. The cat adventure game Stray from Blue 12 Studio and Annapurna Interactive finally has a release date for July 19. The new trailer shows the feline protagonist and his small drone B12 exploring the cyberpunk-looking city with new locations like the Anti-Village. Stray can be purchased separately or you can play it as part of PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, with the game debuting straight into the service. Striking Distance Studios showed the first gameplay for the Callisto Protocol, a spiritual Dead Space successor from the guys that did the original. As Jacob Lee, you explore the Black Iron prison set in Jupiter's dead moon. Soon you'll have to fight for your life as an outbreak throws everything into chaos, with humans turning into enemies called biophages. The studio created a process called horror engineering, combining atmosphere with the feeling of isolation, tension, brutality, helplessness with scarce ammo and health, and humanity with characters to care about and a deep story. All of that with the goal to thrill and scare players. They will also take advantage of PS5 3D audio with acoustic ray tracing and haptic feedback to immerse you in the horrors of the Callisto protocol. The survival horror will launch for PS4 and PS5 this December 2nd. From the studio that brought you the Olli games comes Rollerdrome, a game where you are a competitor in a brutal new bloodsport of the same name, where you need to combine stylish roller skate tricks with slow-mo kills using a wide variety of weapons. The game will use DualSense adaptive triggers for you to feel the lack of resistance in your weapons when you are out of bullets, enemy attacks will trigger specific haptic feedback, and 3D audio provides spatial audio cues to locate enemies. Rollerdrome launches August 16 on PS5 and PS4. Eternights is looking to combine a dating sim and action game as you fight for those that you love. It's set in a world where something or someone has turned humans into monsters and you must scavenge supplies, explore dungeons, and go on dates with survivors you find while exploring their stories that help you unlock new skills and spells for battle. You'll need to manage your time as well since dungeons have a deadline for you to beat, and you must balance that besides deepening your relationships with others. Dating specific characters also rewards you with fully 2D animated cutscenes. The game developed by Studio Sai will launch on PS4 and PS5 early next year. Street Fighter VI hits the scene for PS4 and PS5 in 2023 with new ways to play and battle systems to welcome both experienced and new players. The game is being developed with the Resident Evil engine and includes a diverse roster of characters featuring Ryu, Chun-Li, Luke, and newcomer Jamie. World Tour mode will offer a single-player immersive story that allows you to build the fighting legacy of your player avatar, and the Battle Hub offers ways to engage with other players alongside jumping into online fights. It will also have a new modern control type to assist you with special moves besides the classic control for experienced players, and the first ever play-by-play commentary will give you all the hype of being in an esport tournament. Single-player action RPG Tunic is debuting on PlayStation platforms with lots of puzzles to solve and ultra-challenging gameplay, but offering ways to customize the combat to your own interest. You can opt out of some technical aspects of combat or enable a no-fail mode. It even takes advantage of PS5's Game Health feature. The indie game from developer Andrew Schuldiz launches on PS4 and PS5 this September 27, 2022. Season A Letter to the Future is a game from Scavenger Studio that focuses on exploring, recording, meeting people, and unraveling the strange world around you. You can use several tools like a camera to take photos of the world, a microphone to record the sounds around you. You also help other people and remember them. It all comes together in Stella's journal, where you write a letter to the future assembling all the fragments of a season. They are tapping into the DualSense for haptic feedback when you are using your bike, and resistance in the controller to simulate pedaling up hills. You can start writing your own letter on PS4 and PS5 this fall 2022. To close the show, producer Naoki Yoshida introduced the latest Final Fantasy XVI trailer. It focuses on the icons or summons that are entrusted to a single woman or man called Dominant, with the ability to call upon their power. Due to that, some nations treat them like royalty or some fear them. One of them is the Dominant of Titan Hugo Kopka, whose condition made him become an economic advisor for the Dalmatian Republic. The other is Source Master Benedicta Harman, the Dominant for the icon of Garuda, who commands Wallow the Elite Intelligence. She's on a mission to find the elusive second icon of fire when she crosses paths with protagonist Clive Rosfield. Final Fantasy XVI will launch on PS5 summer 2023. And that's all that was shown in this week's PlayStation State of Play. What are your favorite trailers and announcements? Share your thoughts in the comments below, like or dislike to share your feedback, check out other videos you may enjoy while you're here, and consider subscribing for more PlayStation content. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Joseph, this is Hype for Games, and let's get hype!